Hey everybody, my name is Istvan82, and I thought before the server changed over I'd like to give a small tour of my Junkyard129 home. If you're not familiar, the Junkyard server is probably the best server I've ever been on when it comes to Minecraft, just because the mods really know what they're doing and really care. So, let's take a look. The fence isn't complete and probably won't be before the server switches over, but it's looking pretty good. I put a lot of work into the house. I didn't do the neon cat, but it's a neat neighbor, so I don't complain. That's sort of an airship. I gave up on the project and a few other things once I found out the server was changing over. So, here's my home. This is a nice little... God dang it, that music's loud. Oh, but this is a... well, the center of the house. I just thought this looked pretty. Let's see. This room, I never got to finishing quite a few of the rooms because I wound up having utterly insane ideas for projects and thought they were more important. Sad music is perfect timing, though. There's the bathroom. You can tell because the sign says bathroom. And here we have my storage room. This is all really, it looks really neat and impressive. This is all stuff like dirt and grass. It's not anything that's really important or interesting. Now, let's go over the little bridge here. The library. I like the library. I actually didn't buy any of these bookcases with diamonds like I'm sure most people did. I actually grew all of the materials myself to make it and threw together it's not really a maze, per se. It's just kind of a really awkward, difficult thing. The whole point of this is... well, the whole point of this is, that. See, this is a griefer trap, and... I might talk to a mod about that. I'm not really too upset, but I figured I'd just show you if I'm headed in the right direction. The little maze. Yep, and this is what's at the end. It's a whole lot of work for a whole lot of nothing. In the end, isn't that what Minecraft's really all about? Putting hours and hours of work into something that you look at and go, wow, that's neat, and then a creeper blows it up. Yeah, I like big projects. And I figured I'd show you all this because, well, once the 1.8 patch comes out, I'm probably going to start doing a little bit of recording. And... you know, a playthrough, probably a few goals or something, so that it's slightly interesting. And if anyone can think of any goals they'd like to see for a 1.8 playthrough, feel free to drop it, or, you know, drop them in the suggestions. I've also got, you know, my dining room. It used to have paintings all over the walls, but griefers. Now, here's my pride and joy. And once again, built almost entirely without any form of purchasing of parts. The only thing that was bought was some of the brick. I actually searched high and low and found clay and turned it into bricks myself. And you know, the only and the glowstone, because you know the nether and all is disabled at the moment. So second floor, we'll start with the guest rooms. There are two sets of guest rooms. I just threw these together for fun. There's really no one who stays here, considering I just now replaced the doors with wooden doors. And otherwise, it was... well, it was kind of secluded. Now, this is my office, which I spend approximately 0 time in, but I figured I needed an office if I was going to build this build something this big, because why not? I wonder if anyone's been in here. I have switched the doors over to wooden doors because I just stopped caring about griefers to the point where it's like, yeah, why not? Another little sitting room. There's not really too much on the other side worth mentioning. There's another set of bedrooms, a music room which consists of a pile of note blocks that are not used for anything. This used to be a mushroom garden, but since they've disabled them, it's now just a room with dirt. So it's the dirt room. And here we get to the floors I have done nothing with outwardly, or inwardly I suppose. but there are some very nice scenic views. I really should finish that fence, but I don't think there's time before the next update, so maybe I should just tear it down. But it doesn't really matter. If this world goes bye-bye, then the amount of work I put into it really won't mean a hill of beans. So it's the same on the other side there. I liked it. I wanted a big house. I found a patch of land. I was so far out when they did the server reset that it was just ridiculous. Now, this is the top floor. Once again, things haven't really been used. There's another balcony over there. There's also technically a balcony outside of the dirt farm, but no one really needs to see that. And up here where we start getting to the interesting things, or at least, well, interesting in that I, who have no technical skill when it comes to designing weird devices, have built them. I built myself a little sugarcane farm. This came in very handy for making bookcases. And, you know, you punch it, it all comes out there. Ta-da. Not that interesting. This is the top of the waterfall centrally located in my house, and this is glass that I put in because I had planned on doing something grand here and never did. But that waterfall we'll get to in a moment. Up and up and up we go. This is one of the newer additions to my home. And I forgot to hold space because I'm a dumb. Let's hope I can make it up there before I die. That would really be unprofessional. No, you can tell this house wasn't built by a professional. Son of a... So here's the floating island. It was just a little place I wanted to build. I thought, you know, I've torn down most of the nature around here. I had to put a little bit back up. And also it provides me a really nice view of the rest of the area. There's a little town over there. That town was abandoned for so long, I don't know if anyone actually lives there now. But, all in all, it's, you know, it's a neighborhood now. It used to be a desolate wasteland. Well, not desolate. Well, it was pretty desolate, I suppose, in that no one was around. There's Sly Fox's head with a pig nose. And as anyone could guess by... you know, listening to me or realizing that I'm on Junkyard129's server, yeah, I like the creatures. I'm not like, oh my god, super fanboy, but those guys are pretty damn funny, and I appreciate that. It's always good to have someone that can make you laugh. Ow. Like, you know, someone who presses the wrong button and falls 2 or 3 stories to the ground. This is, you know, the main bit of the house. I actually have one other thing, which was a project I was working on, which unfortunately will never see the light of day. And I put a lot of work into this, so you're gonna have to bear with me while I show it off, because I feel fancy. I feel like a fancy man when I show it off. I don't know what's going on. Now, this little unassuming brick building. Yeah, there's the airship. It's not really interesting. Trust me. Don't look at it. Don't. Let it. Let's keep out under construction. Let's just put a go on in and harvest. Here is our project. Yes, underground forest. Yes, creepy, dark. No idea where that light source is coming from, but, you know. And I don't entirely know the way around the forest myself, but first of all, little underground city area. Ooh, well, underground village. This was going to be part of an adventure map I was building underground on the server. I'd really wanted to give something back, but unfortunately, due to personal matters, I didn't have the time to finish it in time, and I really regret that. So, we'll, you know, maybe after the server restart, I'll start on it fresh. Oh yeah, and this is all under my house, this entire area. So, let me, sorry. I really wish there was some sort of spell that kept monsters away. Well, actually, there might be. Oh, that's the thing that resets everything. Alright, so north. Alright. Trying to think of what to do here. This is another tricky little bit that I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure how to handle it. I mean, I'm gonna keep doing things doing things I can. But let's see. I know, I'm taking the time to think. I'm actually trying to remember what the old thing for the original Legend of Zelda was. Or, oh yeah, Zelda. I just was sitting there thinking, well, maybe I'll try walking that path. But I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be the right one. I know I've been here before. This is getting a little wacky. And by wacky, I mean I'm really starting to hate the monster encounters, because it's like, yes, I can actually kill all of you, and yet you're attacking me by the truckload. Stunning commentary. That's okay. In a couple minutes, I'm probably going to get so sick of running into these things, you're going to start hearing me rage and call them names. And I generally try and keep cool, but this is a little bit much, even by the standards of a high monster activity video game. Nope, nothing hidden there. Nothing hidden there. Oh, I swear to God. Look. Okay, well, first of all, we're going to mention, why does their armor have breasts? I mean, they're pigs, sure, they don't belong in armor, but it looks like the top of their armor is actually a bikini. And their helmets are just funnels with holes cut in them for their ears. I assume that there are not many people out there who specialize in making pig person armor, but I think even if I had the low standards of being a, human porcine creature, I would just go, you know what? I'm gonna wear a pot on my head. Yeah, I'll just wear some old cooking equipment, but not a funnel. A funnel, it really sets down the standard for the rest of the pig people. I mean, I'm sure there are pig people out there who really like fashion and are, really generally good and easy to get along with, but then you see that and it sets a stereotype, and I'm all for improving the pig people movement. I believe they should have all of the same rights, and they shouldn't be discriminated upon just because there's some people out there with big stupid double flail maces that also like to wear funnels and bikini armor and kill everyone. And I think that is, setting a bad example for the pig people children. Now, I'm starting to wonder if I have to go through that door, and then I have to find a different route through the maze. And it seems fairly likely, because I'm only finding one room here, and I think I've explored everywhere. So I would go through that first door, and or maybe there's something really weird I'm missing. Sorry about that. Minecraft crashed on me, as it loves to do when I've done something wrong, but here's the church. This was part of the adventure map too. Everything down here was. And I thought I'd give you a quick tour of this and the under construction catacombs. And it wasn't perfect, but I thought it was coming along nicely. Here are the catacombs underneath of the church, lit by what should be redstone. Yeah, redstone torches. And it lets out. There were going to be like boxes and stuff up and down the hall, so they looked like coffins. It was a pretty neat idea. But we are led up at the other side, and I really wish this had the sprint button, but led up and out into the graveyard. Now this was supposed to be a little clue. For those of you who don't know, as in those of you that can't figure it out, alright, big map, as in chivalry. I'll see if I can remember this, because I'll feel like a dumb if I don't. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. You move like a knight on a chessboard. And this is where things start getting a little ragged, because everything was still under construction. You know, I hadn't gotten to put as much work into it, because the mining out of this area literally took about 48 hours straight worth of work. And I was doing it by myself, though. There was a kid that wanted to help, but he had some impressive ADD. And yes, that goes all the way to bedrock, just so you're aware. And I'll show you the entirety of this. This is actually a hole I was going to fill in later, so that I could get to the later part of the dungeon more easily. That's a dead end. It's been a while since I was down here. Like I said, a few personal matters and whatnot, and not really. But here, yes, it is a jumping puzzle. We all hate them. Oh lord, as much as I'd like to show you, I actually have all of my really good items in my inventory right now, so I really don't want to, because I do want to make a few changes to the house, even though, yeah, it's going to be gone really soon, and it won't really matter what it looks like. I'd just like to have a memory of it looking as good as possible, which is why I made a video of it now, when it's imperfect. Now here's, down here was actually a multi-layer, very complex maze that I was working on, with dead ends that lead straight down to bedrock. Yep, that was what happens if you found the wrong path and you weren't paying attention. It was the dark, because I'm a bit of a jerk, to be honest. Let me see if I can do this with... There. And we're back. And that's the tour of my Junkyard129 home. If any of you bothered watching and like it, leave a like. I might, lovely. Creepers. Creepers are just nifty, ain't they? I mean, they're just so fucking special. But yeah, leave a like, and like I said, I'm going to do a playthrough of 1.8, so if you can think of any projects you might like to see me do, just leave them in the description. I'll throw it together. Of course, by the time most people see this, I probably will have realized that no one wants to listen to me talk. So, I might have given up. Either way, leave a like if you like it, and leave an idea if you have one. Thanks for listening.